Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to LEGO Jurassic World. Let us continue the story of Jurassic Park 3. We're going through these rather quickly. These levels are kind of short. I'm getting a decent amount of studs. Notice the camera zooms in, so that tells me we're in a really cramped area. And the story kind of skipped. We were in that facility on the other side of this barricade, and they didn't show how we got to this point. I guess it doesn't matter. This seems like an open area, so I suspect we'll have to do something with a dinosaur or something. Here's a vehicle location, which I could purchase a lot of things with studs, but I refuse to purchase anything quite yet. Could also just go crazy and go that way if I wanted to, but I wouldn't think that's a good idea. Let's see. Dig this up. What kind of agility thing is this? Oh. I can't break that, so we need Squawky box over here with her squawky boom microphone. So, since this is just a story of a mother and father trying to actually save their kid, which I imagine they're not even gonna find him, or if they find him, it's gonna feel just really like forced. This is an interesting set of Lego pieces to be used. I've noticed that about these games as they've started to integrate some of these more Lego Connects style pieces into the game, and that has never been in the previous ones. Like even the crank here is different than what it used to be. It used to be a gold crank that was just a Lego thing. But yeah, since it's just about the parents trying to save everybody, we don't really need 3 of these characters. We don't need Dr. Alan Grant because he has failed, even though I think in the books he probably was the main character for the first 2 books, and I bet some of the second book is kind of in the third movie too. He wasn't really the main character in the second movie at all because he didn't even show up in the second movie as far as I can tell. So he shouldn't be in the third movie. This guy is not really adding anything to it so far as I can tell, so he shouldn't be in the third movie. And this guy isn't really adding anything to the story, so he shouldn't be in the third movie. It honestly should have been just a desperate father and mother flying their private plane, because obviously they have to be a little bit rich for their kid to be skydiving and end up above the island where he shouldn't have been in the first place, and then them struggling with no knowledge or understanding at all, and just dealing with the dinosaurs attacks as best as I can, and make it a full-on man versus nature struggle.
I'm Mr. DNA, and I make learning fun.
Dr. Grant is only really there to throw out the names of dinosaurs, which you kinda don't even need in the third movie. They made a Rube Goldberg machine here to get this guy. So they trapped him? How did they really trap him in the movie?
They actually set a trap.
And see, it would be a perfect end to a movie like the one I'm describing with just the parents. If... Oh, the son is alive. if the parents got back to the mainland and said, these raptors have gotten smarter,
I know a place we can hide.
and they set a trap and they tricked us and they called for help and all these things, that's really the main message they're saying so far in the movie here, as far as the Lego version of it at least. So he just gassed that through some kind of gas, I don't know what. And see, that's even a more interesting story that they're telling here, is that this kid has been in this constant, like, fight against the dinosaurs. Some characters, such as this guy, can use camouflage to sneak by a dinosaur holding B. Okay. That's cool. That's something that could have been in a lot of Lego games. We had some sneaking in Lego The Hobbit and Lego Lord of the Rings, but I prefer to hold down B and use camouflage. Idea whenever you feel like it. So, yeah, in this kid fighting the velociraptors,
We should do it.
they could be learning tactics from the kid. And in fact, the velociraptors may actually could even sneakily hunt him, but never actually catch him on purpose to learn more and more tactics. And then you could get them into the human world, and then they would be super powerful. And then there's your Jurassic Park Predator 2 movie, even better. You can't go too far with it, I don't think. I don't think you can do a, like, Tarzan style kid. I don't think you can say he spent his entire life hunting animals and befriending the dinosaurs. I think at that point you're doing a Dinotopia movie, and it seems a little unrealistic. Jurassic Park tries to be somewhat realistic. So since he's a kid, he can probably crawl through this. This character should totally have been Timmy. Like, Timmy from the first movie who was obsessed with dinosaurs. That would be funny if he was lost at the first movie or lost at the second movie, and then he comes back in the third movie and it's like, oh no, I didn't die. I was here all along. And then he could be mad at Dr. Grant for leaving him. Yeah, I suppose instead of making Jurassic World, they would have been better off remaking Jurassic Park 1, 2, and 3 in telling almost the same story with a few changes. And that's kind of what Jurassic World is, but kind of not. That it'll be... I keep rewriting these movies as we play. Because, of course, I think I'm the best writer ever, as any writer does. And it's probably not true. I'm probably suggesting really dumb things. That a real movie writer would tell me, no, it wouldn't work this way, or no, that movie could never be made. It's... So, but I think a fan fiction, well, not a fan fiction, but an actual rewrite of the first three movies, so that Dr. Grant is the main male character, Dr. Sarah is the main female character, Timmy and his sister from the first movie, the grandkids of the guy who founded Jurassic Park, are the main kids characters throughout the trilogy. Just seems like then you've got that family affair, that Star Wars story. You can certainly have your Han Solos who aren't related to Luke, the Skywalkers at all, the Luke and Leia, but It,
Ill. We can't leave it like this. The raptors will eat it.
interesting that he wants to save the dinosaur at all, but okay. Writing a character so he does want to help some of the dinosaurs while still being stuck on this island with these dinosaurs that are trying to kill him is a good move. It adds some complexity to the character instead of just a straight up I hate dinosaurs and I want to kill them all. You could almost do that with Dr. Grant too, is just shoot them all. It's too much of a danger. I know everybody's fascinated with them, but they've all got to go. And Jurassic Park doesn't seem to really have a character like that. There's certainly people that say this was a mistake, we should stop them from breeding, but there's nobody there that is willing to say, let's just firebomb the island. Let's just kill every single dinosaur and all the life on the planet. They're too civil for a real perspective, actually. All the characters. Some military force somewhere would have said, no, forget it. This is all getting blown up right now. I don't care what the laws say. This is a clear and present danger to all of humanity. Even if you just had a character in your story that then got killed by a dinosaur, like 5 seconds after saying blow it up, that would be fine. Because then you could address that line of thinking and saying, well, that guy did want to do it, but we simply overruled him, or the dinosaurs killed him. I guess maybe the kid jumps in the poo? Yes, he does. And we're gonna feed this dinosaur the candy bar. This might be the lysine contingency, but I think that's already been kind of solved. So we need a carrot. We're about halfway through here. There's a big empty area, obviously, because of the need for the dinosaur to be able to run around, but where is the carrot? And that's the gate he's gonna break. Yeah, switch to this guy and he'll dig the carrot up, I guess. Hidden in the foreground, not the best place to put it, but I think most kids would have found that. Since there's so little in the level. The worst case scenario is that you would run all the way back to the beginning of this level looking for the carrot, and how far is that? Like that far. So not even that much. They really need like a
Raptors, run!
introductory thing the first time you turn into each creature, because this guy, he's rolling first of all, which I don't believe is realistic, but I don't know his name, and I really wish I knew the name of this dinosaur. It seems like it would be a cool dinosaur to know the name of. I can't apparently pick up the collectible as a dinosaur. Notice this raptor is a different color. They're trying to characterize each one as that guy as a leader. Slow motion.
Whoa, that was too close. Come on, my hideout's just for that hole.
His hideout. We can't climb this ladder, can we? That seems bad that they put a ladder there when you can't climb it. That's a bad design choice. There's a lot more dinosaur on dinosaur fighting in this third movie than the first two. That's kind of the thing about Jurassic Park, is you could probably have just done 6 hours in the first movie of dinosaur on dinosaur fighting and all the other elements of these movies, and that they don't as much stand on their own as they are kind of like 1/3 of one movie, or at least they would be if it was telling a more connected tale. Right now it's really not. It's just the same characters. They might as well put different characters, like all new characters in it. Got some more soil to dig. I wonder how I would get over there. Oh, I would need her probably to make some plants grow. Alright. Now we're over here.
We're almost there.
So maybe the theme here is Alan Grant got dumped by the Dr. Sarah for Dr. Malcolm. And so now, at this kind of late point in the movie, when he has gotten to this other kid and he's going to learn to love again through saving this kid. I mean, the way it is, if you apply my theme theory here, it almost indicates that the first movie, Alan Grant was thinking about having kids with Sarah, chose not to, broke up with Sarah instead. Then Dr. Ian Malcolm had a kid with Sarah, although the kid in the movie is obviously adopted, or not. Well, it's not Ian and Sarah's kid, certainly. So we're in the hideout, and so the third movie is him
You know who I am?
rethinking it.
They're looking for you.
You're Alan Grant.
He's wearing an
What are you
engine
doing here?
shirt.
Parents, invited me along.
Be careful with that. T-Rex scares some of the smaller ones away, but it attracts one really big one with a fin. Listen, Compies.
Compies. What are the real names of those dinosaurs? So he's got a big old knot on the back of his shirt, probably because
Compies aren't so
any
bad on their own.
engine.
If you meet a group, it's bad news. Luckily, the T-Rex scares them off. That or they just don't like the smell.
Save and continue. That was really strange to have that cutscene. They should have done a little bit more with that cutscene, even if that was all that really happened in the movie. That was just a little too short. It just gives us this brief.
Maybe I can help.
Some characters, such as this guy, can throw a T-Rex scent. Compy herds will scatter if they pick up the scent of a T-Rex. Okay, so we now know how to get rid of the Compy herds. And T-Rex scent is, of course, code word for T-Rex urine. It seems like you can target these things. Yes? And we're gonna build a hop platform with those bones now.
More Compies.
It's still very strange that you can manage to get your AI partner killed, or the AI partner manages to get himself killed for when nobody's playing as it. They should just be immortal and not take damage. Alright, let's see, what does this do? Cut, tap the B button and cut through this. And that releases a swinging log. That didn't even seem, I didn't even realize that's what was gonna happen. It just looked like the log was gonna fall down or something. Is the kid an adventurer? No. So he can't climb. That seems strange that you would say he's not an adventurer, considering he seems to be doing a very good job at adventuring. You could certainly do a Jurassic Park story where it's like decades later and they were certain all the dinosaurs had died, and then they come back from hiding. And you could do like a investigation style movie where a group is sent in to find out why nobody's responding to hails or communications on the island. But then you're almost doing a space horror movie at that point. And every time I suggest something, it does really fall down to it. If you get too far, if you get even a few steps away from a dinosaur movie just about showing dinosaurs and the fact that they know dinosaurs are there, you're really just doing a monster movie. You're really just doing a space movie. You're really just doing some other style of movie that probably would have been dinosaurs decades before, but pretty quickly turned into monster movies. And other styles of movies. Once we got the technology. It's almost sad that Steven Spielberg did so well in Jurassic Park. He kind of made the definitive dinosaur movie, and because he made the definitive dinosaur movie, people won't even think about making making another one. There really hasn't been any others. Of course, we had a lot of bad movies with dinosaurs for a long, long time. So that is also a consideration, but we certainly in 2016 have the technology. We could if we thought we could do better than Jurassic Park. Make something that looks amazing, but what story do you tell? That's probably what gets really down to. It's like, I'm not sure there's many stories that you can tell that haven't already been done possibly perfectly. That's a silly thing to say, but it may just be beyond any screenwriter's ability to do better than Jurassic Park. These snakes are crossing each other like an X. Makes me think I'm supposed to dig there. That's not the case though, I'm sure. We haven't seen any snakes in any other level, as far as I recall. That's interesting on itself. That just now they throw the snakes into the game when they should have been running around the island for a long time. But we don't need snakes. We've got compies and frogs. We've seen those. I guess maybe that's the argument you could make, is that the dinosaurs eat the snakes before anything else sees them. how old is this kid supposed to be if he was skydiving? Because as a minifig, he looks like he's 12, 14. If he was skydiving, I would think 18 minimum age. Probably a little bit older than that even. It's like, I wouldn't let my 12-year-old, 14-year-old, 16-year-old, I wouldn't let anybody that young go skydiving at all, and let alone skydiving with one other person. Even if I was rich. Ooh, so that feels like that's gonna move the story forward, looking through that telescope. Let's see if maybe we can run over here on the edge and see what's over here. Do you have... No, you don't. So I can't do anything with that. So this is the only thing I can do. The snakes don't hurt me or anything.
Dr. Grant, there's a boat.
Yeah, there's a boat. Right alongside the bank. Looks in good shape.
Listen,
What?
it's my dad's satellite phone.
Well, I think the T-Rex ate the satellite phone. There's a skeleton up there.
Dad! Mom!
Eric!
Eric!
How did you know we were here?
The phone! That stupid jingle from the store, I heard it!
I don't have it. I loaned it to Nash. He must have had it when he...
So apparently the dinosaur likes the jingle to sleep by. I'm not sure satellite phones have customizable jingles. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, but I would suspect they probably don't. I bet they don't even work that way at all. I bet they don't ring. We didn't make it to True Survivor again. That's a shame. We're at 1,274,000 studs. It would be really, really nice if I could find that score times 2 so I could purchase it. But I don't even know where I'd purchase it, so we're kind of left just scratching our head. I assume what's going to happen is once we get into Jurassic World in free play or in the story, it's going to show us. We still have a considerable amount of vehicles to unlock. And we haven't found a mosquito frozen in amber in quite a while. So I guess what's going to happen now is they're going to work their way towards the boat and escape. I can't imagine too much more is going to happen. That was a pretty decent length level. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.